Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. So, the last few days have been crazy. I got an email saying that my palliative care doctor was not going to be my doctor anymore, and that I didn't follow directions because I was supposed to get a COVID test, a negative COVID test before my appointment. So I went to figure out, find out about a COVID test. And I wouldn't have my results back before my appointment. And I didn't really want to get a COVID test anyway. So I let my doctor know. I sent a message. And I don't think that they got the message. Like, I don't know if they didn't check the messages or what, but I don't think they got the message. I don't think they reviewed it because sometimes it says open, sometimes it says unopened. So they said that my doctor wasn't going to be my doctor anymore and they were tapering me off all my medications. I just got switched from liquid morphine just a couple months ago to something else because I didn't like the liquid morphine and it was scary for me to take, I feel like, and I just had some issues and problems with that. But anyway, so right now they have just given me like either 10 days worth of medication or a month to taper off everything completely, which I have very mixed feelings about because I feel like I'm in enough pain already and I don't want to be suffering any more than I have to. And I don't want to be going through withdrawals. And I know that my body is going to be going through withdrawals just because it's medication that I'm on and how long I've been on it. And I have other problems like a spinal fusion other than my stomach being messed up after my open Ivor Lewis surgery. And I say this about my stomach being messed up after my surgery to say this. I was at a hospital that I have mixed feelings about because I had a lot of bad experiences, but I'm still alive. To say this, I was in ICU there and I don't want to have any other surgeries there, I don't think, or be in ICU there because my nurse stole my liquid Dilaudid pain medicine that went in my IV after my open Ivor Lewis surgery. If you don't know what that is, I ask you to please do your research and please look that up because it's like you're being gutted like a fish. So when I woke up after my surgery, I was still in a fog, I guess, because of the medications. And I seen I had a hospital gown on, but I couldn't see under the hospital gown, and I was hurting really bad. And I was in a room by myself, and I could see under like the curtain, I could see feet and legs, people walking back and forth down the hall. So I was screaming. I was screaming and crying, trying to get somebody to come help me. Well, every now and then, this one nurse, when she was my nurse, I was hurting more and more awake and more alert. And then when this guy was my nurse, I don't even remember anything. So, what made me pay attention to this one lady is because she would go to the cabinet to get the medication, come back and stand beside me and hold the tube and she wasn't using an alcohol prep and everybody else did. And that's what made me pay attention to her because she had my tube and she would just stick the vial to it and then put it in her pocket and leave, and I wouldn't see her again. So she did this several times. I thought I was crazy until I witnessed her several times and was hurting and going through pain. And I said something to her and told her I wanted to speak to her supervisor or the person above her. She never brought anybody into the room. So I was like, okay, I prayed about it. I got up enough nerve whenever my surgeon come in with the team of doctors, I told them about it because I was trying to get help and thought they would help. And I was like, hey, she is stealing my medicine Like, I don't remember how I said it. I might have said, like, I'm not remember exactly how I said it, but I let him know. And before that happened, I told the person that was with me, I was like, you're going to think I'm crazy, but sit and watch this lady, how she gives me my medicine. She's not giving me my medicine. I'm hurting really bad. I need some help. So I told the surgeon thinking that he would help. But when I told him, he said, oh, she's a good nurse. And I was thinking, let me gut you like a fish and you lay here and let her be your nurse and take your medicine. And you still tell me that she's a good nurse. Like, really? Really? Like, for real? Really? 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 Okay, so palliative care is the same people that told me that I shouldn't stress. This is the same people that are telling me that they're not going to be my doctor anymore because the coronavirus test wouldn't come back in time for my appointment. So I wanted to reschedule. So then I called back yesterday, like, okay, what's going on? And they're like, oh, it's that I'm mistaken about what I'm telling them. I'm mistaken. And that the doctor isn't in that clinic anymore. And I'm getting a new doctor. And that's what's going on. And I'm like, well, that's not what the email said at all. So my new doctor's name is very strange. Like, I don't even want to say because I don't want to, like, give too much personal information out or anything like that. It's a really strange name for, like, the doctor. But anyway, so I was like, okay. Well, then I got to thinking about, okay, well, if my appointment's not for over a month and it's going to be the telehealth appointment, which I asked to do to reschedule with my other doctor that has been my doctor, like, so then I had to call back again. Okay, if if y'all are going to be my doctor and y'all are still going to be my doctor, then I need you to straighten my medication out. And I don't know if my insurance is going to pay for it or not because they've already paid for 10 days worth or to taper off completely. And I'm still having issues, even worse issues. Like, I haven't even talked to the doctor about what was going on, and I tried to reschedule the appointment to talk about what was going on, but he didn't want to hear about it. He just, like, quit being my doctor. And I don't understand. I'm very confused. Like, okay, the radiation oncologist, the doctor, like, right up under him, top of the class, the skinny younger girl, like, I was hooked up to an IV for fluids after chemo and radiation. And I asked her, why do I have this cancer? She said, because I was like, why do I have this rare cancer? And she said, because I was fat, because I was obese. I don't have any energy at all. Getting fluids. She was telling me this. And I was just thinking, how ignorant. You're going to tell me that I have a rare cancer in the same sentence that you're telling me I have a rare cancer because I'm fat, I'm obese. How ignorant. Over half America is obese and fat. Okay, so wouldn't they have this cancer too? So then it wouldn't be rare. So I didn't go back to my radiation oncologist again because he told me he would never tell me that I didn't have cancer and that they missed some of the tumor, that they were aiming for and messed my heart up. They hit my heart. Okay? I don't want to give you any money anymore or help you kill me or tell me anything I don't want to hear. So then my hematology oncologist and his nurse practitioner told me that I had an 18% chance to live 5 years. Okay, well, that's not even a year because 20% of 100, that would be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, that's 5. That would be 5 years. So 18% is less than 20. So that is a year, less than a year. So I feel like I'm past my expiration date. And I thank God every day for that because I'm in denial about this and I have mixed feelings about this. And I'm not going to really say everything I feel about it on here because some people will think I'm crazy, probably because of my feelings about everything with this. But anyway, being diagnosed with esophageal and stomach cancer and living past my expiration date has really made me stronger and made my life go down a different path than what I had intended and planned for my whole life, and went to school for my whole life because I'm like a senior working on my bachelor's degree when I got sick. So I'm not supposed to stress, so I don't know about going back to school, but this time has given me the extra time to look stuff up for myself and to see, what happens after we die and enjoy my family and my life while I'm here. And if my kids watch this later, know that I love you so much. And I plan on writing you both either notebooks or letters for later in life when you need it, or maybe YouTube will be here forever and then you can watch these videos. Maybe I can make a different folder just for you guys to watch that would be private and not for the world to see. I'm not really sure how that all works, but I will figure it out. For everybody that is battling cancer or esophageal and stomach cancer, just know that don't give up and stay positive because a lot of it is mental and it is so hard because I really wish I'd have started these videos in the beginning, but I didn't think that I was going to make it. I didn't feel like being on camera or doing anything because I was doing mostly everything myself because I started doing my own home health after the hospice because they said you weren't allowed to leave your house unless you were going to get your hair fixed. And I didn't have any hair at the time. The first time I shaved it because I didn't want chemo to take my hair too. So then it grew back, and then after the chemo, it fell out, and then it grew back soft and fuzzy, and then it fell out, and then it grew back curly, and then it fell out, and then it grew back dark, and it is really long now. I'm very proud of my hair. I have some wigs still. Some I've gave to other cancer patients, and some I'm in the process of doing that too with to give some of them and donate them to the cancer center, or when I go to the doctor, see somebody and give that to them. Also, I might keep a couple that are like my favorites so I can wear them this winter because it gets so cold and my hair is falling out again sometimes. Also, I got a B12 package in the mail, so I'm going to be opening it and making a video maybe with the nurse because I can't do it myself. I'm scared. I'm afraid I'm going to put the needle all the way to my skin. It's going to break off and that creeps me out. Needles creep me out, like ever since chemo port and all that. Like I used to love tattoos, and I don't even want any more tattoos, even though I kind of do for what they are, the ones that I want to get, but I don't know. Chemo port made me feel different about that. I don't have any pain at all. I feel like I've been through enough pain, but anyway, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do an unboxing video with my B12 shot. Also, I'm going to call the pharmacy that sent the B12 shot so they can send me the hazardous container to put the needles in. So there's that. I'm going through the virtual school stuff with my daughter. I've looked up Ingenuity online and the results and stuff on YouTube, and got the kids that were doing it, their opinions, because it's going to be, the kids that are actually doing the work. So we might switch to regular homeschool. I'm not really sure yet. We got a letter from our district saying that we could send the kids back to school if we wanted to. But with me and my health issues, I don't even think I want to. I don't know. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that as well. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get as many subscribers as possible as I can before I am not here on this earth anymore. Because I've already outlived my 18%. Yes. So, I hope I outlive the rest of it and I live longer than 5 years. And I have been looking into a lot of different natural ways to heal cancer. Also, I've seen like some kind of dog wormer. Pretty sure I'm in a group about the dog wormer, and I might start that as soon as possible when I get the financial funds up to do that. Someone told me on one of their YouTube channels if I started a GoFundMe that they would donate $100. So I don't know if Mama was like for real about that, because that would be really awesome. And then I would be able to get the dog wormer, and I just got my medicine, and it was like 4 times as much for 4 times as less. But I had to get my magic mouthwash, and my insurance does not cover that. So I really wish they gave us like the stuff they use to like put you to sleep, like not to put you to sleep, but the throat spray that they spray, like down your throat to make it numb during surgeries and stuff. It's like some kind of spray stuff, and that would be like so nice to have. You just spray it in your mouth. Like if you have asthma, you have that but if you have this, you just spray it in your mouth, and then it'll make like your throat numb. That would be awesome, because sometimes when I'm having problems with my reflux, it feels like lava's coming up. And sometimes it feels like right here, or like down here more, it feels like an octopus is coming up backwards, slowly, like up, out of my tube, and then out of my mouth. And then it's usually food that hasn't digested. So, someone told me that they were going to try to get me a juicer, so I'm going to try to juice like celery and look into more of the Chris Beats Cancer stuff and see what all he juiced, because I'm not digesting food really well at all. And luckily I haven't had to have a PICC line, because the doctor had put me on methadone for a couple of years, and it made me fat, made me gain weight, and then luckily I'm off that because I didn't like it. And But I mean, that's better than, to me, maybe than getting a PICC line. Like, no offense to anyone with a PICC line, because that's most definitely probably a possibility in my future, but I hope not. But I've had like 3 or 4 feeding tubes, horrible experiences in the hospital getting those replaced. One time, and with my chemo port getting it put in, had a horrible experience. If you are going to get a chemo port, someone told me not to look it up, and I'm so glad that I listened to them. I usually don't listen to anybody, but I'm really so glad that I listened to them and I didn't look it up, because I probably wouldn't have got the chemo port. And knowing now what I know and what I've went through going to get a chemo port, if I was going to get one again, I would ask them to put me to sleep and make sure I was asleep. Because when they put my chemo port in, I'll save this for another video. I'll do another video about my chemo port, but I had a bad experience. So if you would like to see any other videos in my cancer journey, or open over Lewis surgery, or have any questions, please comment and leave your questions. This is a no hate zone, so do not leave me any ugly comments. I don't want to hear any negative comments. This is positive only, and I am just here trying to give any advice and help of things that I have went through, that maybe I had a problem with or difficulties with, that maybe if you have a question or you're going through that, then you can just ask me and I'll let you know my experiences, and what I dealt with through it, and maybe that'll help you and you won't have to suffer or go through anything unnecessary maybe that I have had to. Also, I've had my esophagus stretched a few times. That's not very pleasant, but I kind of wish I'd never had the surgery, but I'm still here, so I have mixed feelings about that. But I'm definitely going to start juicing and getting some of this weight off. So, but I don't want to have another feeding tube. So I would definitely most rather be a little bit heavier than skinnier, because like this time last year and the year before, I definitely was like looking skinny, like probably, I don't want to say on my deathbed, but very skinny. So I feel very lucky and blessed to be here and to have hair and to feel beautiful and loved. And also, I'll make a video about when you get cancer and like the ugly side people don't want to talk about, like if you have friends or family that when they find out that you have cancer, they just disappear. They don't want to be there anymore. They just disappear. And I thought this was just me and there was a problem with me and something was wrong, but evidently this happens to other people that are battling cancer. And to you, I'm sorry that happened to you. And evidently it happens to all of us. And just know that people deal with cancer and death different and in their own ways. And you will find out who is really there for you whenever you're going through this journey. And I will make another video about that as well. So I need to write down a few video topics that I've talked about so far of sharing my cancer journey with you guys. And thanks for being there and caring and supportive. So I'm not sure how many subscribers we've got, but I will look and see, and hopefully I will be able to help somebody with my cancer journey, and we can do this together, because let's make sure nobody fights alone. Peace.